In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a starter in a Jeep Cherokee, which is located in the engine compartment. When replacing the starter, you have to remove some fuel lines. There's a cover on the driver's side that covers the fuses. You want to look for fuse F43, which is a fuel pump fuse. It is a 20 amp fuse, and remove it. Set it down. That way you remember where it goes back. Now you want to start the vehicle, let it run until it depressurizes the fuel. And once the fuel is depressurized, the vehicle is going to stall. Once the vehicle stalls, you want to shut the power off to the vehicle and disconnect the negative terminal on your battery. Let's get ready to remove the negative battery terminal. The battery is located on the driver's side, front of the vehicle, next to the washer bottle. It's a 10mm nut. You just want to loosen it. Give it a wiggle, put it off to the side, make sure it's not touching anything. After you lift and support your hood, you have a series of clips. You want to take those off. They come straight up. Some come out in two pieces. You have your cowl piece here, just comes straight out. Your wiper arm has a cap at the bottom, just pry straight up to your 15mm nut. Remove the nut. And set it off to the side. Your other wiper arm, same deal. Take the cap off. Take your nut off and get ready to pull those wiper arms off. To reinstall your wiper arms after, to keep them in the same position, I always use a piece of tape. Just put it on the windshield. Now you know where your wiper arm will line up. And one there. You have your corner piece. Just pop that straight out towards the passenger side of the vehicle. Put that off to the side. When you take your wiper arms off, these are spring loaded, so if you push them down, that way it will release from the stud, and you can take them and just pull them straight towards you. Push it down, up, straight towards you. Take your wiper cowl, pull it straight up, and detach it from the windshield. When you remove your wiper cowl, there's a other piece here that needs to come off. It's held on by 1, 2, 3, 5 10mm bolts that go in this direction. Now you have one clip in your plug for your wiper motor. You can take a pick tool, get in there for that plug, or you can just press down here and pull. Take that clip and pull it straight up. Put it off to the side. Then you have your other connector, which pulls straight up. Put that off to the side. Take the cowl piece and just pull it and put it off to the side. After you remove your wiper cowl, it's onto the air inlet tube. You have one tube that goes onto your valve cover here. Just pull that off. You have an 8mm, or you can use a flathead where it connects to the air box. You have one sensor. Push the tab down and pull. And this piece slides out. You have one 10mm bolt. And then what you have where it connects to the throttle body, an 8mm. Loosen that clamp up and pull straight up. Put it off to the side. At the back of the engine, you have your fuel lines. You want to remove both of them. They're both held together with this clip. Just pop that clip down, swing it around, and remove it. Going to the back line here, there's a little button here you want to push down and pull the line towards you. There will be a little fuel that's going to come out. Same thing here. You pop that red clip down, push, and pull it towards you. Come on to the other side. You can spin this line around. You want to push these two tabs together and pull out. Put that off to the side. This one you want to pull up in your blue tab here. You can spin it around. There's a white tab. You want to push that white tab and pull. Put that off to the side. After you remove your fuel lines, you want to take this foam pad and remove it. And put that off to the side. After you remove those fuel lines, you want to remove your purge valve. Slide this white tab back. You can take a pick tool, go in from the back side, push, unplug it. Take your valve, lift straight up, pull it out of its holder, and put it out of the way. After you remove your valve, you have your fuel injector connectors. There's one here, 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 and one here. You want to lift up on that yellow clip, go in back with the pick tool, unplug it. Same here, go in the back, pull that clip up, pry up on that red tab until it pulls up. Go in the back side with your tool and pull up. And do the same for all four. After you unplug your fuel injectors, you come over to this plug here. You can push it like that out of the harness. Take that yellow tab, pull it up. Take your pick tool, go in from the back side, push down on your tab, and pull it apart. You have your map sensor down here. You want to unplug that. Just push the tab down and release. Put the wires off to the side. As you move underneath the vehicle, you're going to have to take this splash shield off. It's held on by 9 10mm bolts. Remove it and put it off to the side. After removing your splash shield, you want to take your 12mm and take these two nuts down off your exhaust. Then you want to come over here to your bracket and take that 13mm off. Pull your exhaust down and just put it off to the side. When you look from underneath the vehicle, right next to the right axle, you're going to see this bracket with two 10mm nuts and one 10mm bolt. You need to remove those nuts and bolt to remove the bracket. After you remove those 2 nuts, you still have that 1 bolt that holds this bracket on. And you have one last connector here that's right below your water pump. You want to slide this red tab down and push on the clip and pull it apart. Back in the engine compartment, you have one hose here that connects to the valve cover. You want to take that off, get that out of the way. Then you have 4 bolts holding down your throttle body, 2 10s and 2 T27 Torx. After you remove those 4 bolts, you want to come over to your connector, slide that red tab out, push down, and pull. Put that off to the side. After you remove your 4 throttle body bolts, you also have this bracket that goes down to this 13mm bolt. You need to remove that. After you remove that bracket, there is a 10mm bolt underneath. You need to remove that. Take your throttle body, pull it up, put it off to the side. Take your wiring harness, pull it up, set it off to the side. Next step is to roll a floor jack underneath your oil pan, jack it up, just so it touches the oil pan and puts a little bit of pressure. When using the jack underneath the oil pan, you want to make sure that that's going to support the engine and it doesn't want to fall. After you place the floor jack under the oil pan, take your air duct off, which is a 10mm bolt and 2 8mm bolts. Put that off to the side. After removing that air duct, you can take your air filter housing, just pull straight up, put that off to the side. Over to your coolant bottle, there's a wiring harness that you need to pop out, just pull straight up. And that's held in by 2 10mm bolts. And your other 10mm is back in this corner, just use an extension. You want to take that coolant bottle and just pull straight up, put it off to the side. Once your coolant bottle is off to the side, you have your motor mount that you need to remove. Motor mount is held down by 6 E14 inverted Torx bolts. Just a little note, the engine might move once you start taking any of these bolts out. That is completely normal. Slide your engine mount out, put it off to the side. Next step is to move the motor at least 2 to 3 inches forward. That's going to help you take that manifold out in this area. So you can grab a pry bar, just watch for your wires, pry it forward, and you can use a block of wood to hold it. Over behind the engine, you're going to have this plastic shield. It's held on by 2 8mm bolts. You need to remove those. After you remove your two top 8mm bolts, there are two more down the bottom, here and here. That's one. And that's two. And that shield pries off straight. And you pull it out, put it off to the side. This is the bracket that the 4 bolts just came out of. These are your 2 low ones and your 2 top ones. It is a tight fit, but feel around and you'll get to them. Here's your intake manifold. Your intake manifold is held on by 2 10mm nuts, 1 on each side, and 3 10mm bolts. You get 1 in the center, and there's 1 in here in this tube, and 1 in here in this tube. They're kind of hard to see, but you'll get to them. The 2 bolts that are in a tube, you can use a magnet after you loosen it up. Go in there, and that'll help you take them out. Once you get that last bolt out, pull out. After you take your manifold bolts off, you just have clips. One right here that mounts to the manifold. You want to get that wiring harness out of the way. And then you get 1 clip here, the back side of the manifold. Get your last one down here. Remove that from the manifold. Our wood just didn't give us enough clearance. So you can take a ratchet strap, hook it up here, hook it up to your radiator support, give it a pull to give you a little bit more room. Grab your intake. And remove it. After removing the intake, you want to take this isolator piece and just pull it straight off. This is your starter. You have 1 bolt here and another bolt in the back. I like to get this plug out of the way. It's a tech tip. You don't have to do it, but it just gives you a little bit more room. This plug plugs right into the electric steering rack. Push the clip down, slide it up, get it out of the way. Now you have your hose. This is a vent hose for the steering rack. Pop that off. Put that out of the way. Start with your bottom bolt, which is a 14mm bolt. Now this bolt isn't going to come all the way out because it does hit this spout. And that's alright. As long as you loosen your top one and remove that top one, the starter will slide out. Now up to your 15mm top bolt for your starter. You can slide that out. You can rest it right on top of the transmission. And you're ready to remove your starter from the transmission. Slide your starter out. Now you have your 13mm for your power wire and your plug. There's your power wire. After you move your cable, put it off to the side, slide this red plastic clip back, stick your tool in, pull up, and pull it out. The Put your wires off to the side. When removing that bottom bolt for the starter, you have to finagle that bolt out of there by moving the engine forward a little bit. Slide the starter back and out. When you get your new starter, it comes with this nut and washer for the positive terminal. Take that off. Take your washer off. And when installing it, a little tech tip, put that bolt in the hole. This will be a lot easier once it's down there instead of sliding it in afterwards, because it is a tight fit. Take your starter, slide it down. Like I said before, this is a tight fit. You're going to have to wiggle it. Just try to find a way to get that bolt past that tube, but it will go in. And then tighten that bolt. Once you get your 14 millimeter started on the bottom, take your 15 millimeter, put it in the top, and tighten that one. Give it a snug. And the same with the bottom. Now, onto your power wire. Put your plug on. Wait for that click. Put your power wire on. Put your washer and nut that came with the starter. This is a 13 millimeter nut. Give that a snug. Plug your power steering rack back in. And just wait for that click. Put your hose back onto your steering rack. Put that off to the side. Before you install your intake, you want to clean the head where the intake mounts. Get all that debris, all that soot. That way you get a nice mating surface. You can use a razor blade, a knife, anything flat, but you don't want to score the surface. Take some cleaner, spray it on a rag, wipe it nice and clean, get ready to put your intake on. When I was removing the intake, and I told you that there was 3 bolts and 2 nuts that mounted the intake to the head, this is what I was talking about. 3 bolt holes and 2 studs. Put your isolator piece back on and get ready for the intake manifold. Take your intake, slide it in the back of the head, slide your intake over your 2 studs. Start your nuts, 1 on each end. Get your other 2 10 millimeters that go inside these tubes. You can start that with a magnet. $10mm socket on an extension. Snug those up. And your manifold bolts get torqued down to 108 inch-pounds. your intake shield. With your 4 8mm bolts, 2 up top, 2 down bottom. Give those a snug. Let's get that wiring harness back. Held in by a couple of these fasteners. Stop plugging in your injectors. Make sure all your locking tabs are down. Before you put your throttle body on, you have your wiring harness with these clips. Put those in. One in the back. Take your throttle body. Sit it down. Snug the bolts. Now you have your throttle body bracket. And your other 10mm that goes on the top for the top part of the bracket. Snug that at the top. Take your plug. Plug it in. Make sure you hear that click. Secure your locking tab. After installing your throttle body, you can take your vent valve, secure that. Take your vent hose, secure it onto the stud, plug it into the valve cover. Plug your vent valve in. Take your insulator, slide it over. On the back side of the head, you have your clips for your harness. Plug for your sensor, make sure that's locked down. You have your holders that go into the intake. And one below it. Now it's time to release that strap. Just be very careful because the motor is going to want to move back. Pull that strap out. Get ready to put your mount in. Set your mount down. You can start these 3 bolts first. Just keep in mind you're probably going to have to push that motor back a little bit to get the bolts to line up on the 2 sides. So you can use your jack or you can just push the engine up top. Slide your mount bolts in. Make sure they're lined up. Always start these by hand so you don't cross thread or strip it. front one on. You have your mount that mounts to the rail, which is this one, and this one. Those are all 48 foot-pounds, and the ones that mount to the engine itself are 52 foot-pounds. So we'll start with the 48 first. And 52. Slowly release your jack. Move it out of the way. Let's get ready to install your fuel lines. You have one in the back. Make sure you hear that click. Same thing on this side. Click, push that tab. Same thing here. Wait for the click, push that locking tab down. Slide it into the line over here. Wait for that click, give it a tug. Make sure it's seated. Take your clamp, put your lines in your clamp, and lock it down. Before installing your coolant bottle, it's a little tech tip. You got your rubber mounts that it goes into. Give that a little spray. It's just going to help push down that tab into the rubber mount. Right there. Take your two 10mm bolts. One's a stud, so this can clamp onto it. Give them a snug. Install your plastic. You have your rubber mounts. Just give it a little spray. It's just going to help you out in the end. Lower them onto your two tabs. Give them a push down. Install your air inlet duct. Get your one 10mm bolt and your two 8mm bolts. Give those a snug. Now onto your air inlet tube. Push it down onto the throttle body. Over to your air box. Plug in your hose. Slide this underneath. Put your clip on. Take your 10mm bolt. And your mount. Snug that up. Tighten your clamp to your throttle body. Same at the other end. Plug in your sensor. Here's your wiper motor plug. You want to plug that in. Wait for that click. Put it off to the side. Take your wiper cowl mount. Put it in place. This wiper cable is supposed to connect here and here, but ours are broken. Start your 10mm bolts. And then just continue putting your 5 10mm bolts in. Snug those up. Install your foam boots, one on one end of the windshield. Before you put your wiper cowl back on, you can see there's a channel right here. You definitely want to clean all that debris out of there because that is going to seal this to the bottom of your windshield. Therefore, you don't have any water leaks or possibly crack the windshield. Just want to get that nice and clean, blow it all out, and get ready to put it on your windshield. When you put it on your windshield, that lip is going to go right around this part of the bottom. So take your time and be careful. Now you're ready to install your fasteners. Push down, make sure it's locked in. Install your wipers, slide it onto your post, ratchet it down. Make sure you hold on to it because that is spring loaded. Line it up with your 2 pieces of tape. Your passenger side wiper, once you put it on the post, you can't put it down because the hood gets in the way. So very carefully, bend that down because don't forget that is spring loaded. Slide the wiper underneath the hood, put it on the stud, and line up on your tape. Take your 15mm nuts, put them on, and tighten them down. You want to tighten those down snug. Then you're going to torque those at 15 foot-pounds. After you torque your nuts down, put your caps back on and get ready to remove your tape. After you install your wiper arms, you have 2 pieces, one on each end of the windshield. These pieces go and slide. There's a couple of locking tabs. You want to push to you, wait for that click. Same thing, you get 2 tabs, line up those 2 tabs, pull it towards you, lock it in, and here you have it. Take your 20 amp fuse, Go back into your fuse box where you marked it. Push it in. Put your cover back on. Going back to underneath the vehicle, you have your two sensors. You get your map sensor, your oil pressure sensor. You want to put those connectors back on. Wait for that click. Same with this one. Wait for the click. Slide the tab. Now let's get that lower bracket on that mounts to the bottom of the intake manifold. You have your two nuts and your one bolt. I'm going to give you a little tech tip. Start those two nuts first. That way it pulls the bracket up and holds it, because the bolt is pretty tight and you really can't see. So at least this will help you hold that bracket while you're trying to put that bolt in. Put your bolt through, tighten it with your fingers, get a socket up in there, tighten that up, give that a snug. And now we're on to those two nuts. And then off to your other nut. Give that one a snug. Now onto your lower exhaust pipe. Slide it over the two studs. Put your mount bolt in. Install your two nuts. Give those a snug. And you want to torque these two nuts at 14 foot-pounds. Now install your cover. Install it back on and tighten that 10mm bolt.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.